Hi there, welcome to our channel. This is our first longer format video, so we owe you a bit of an explanation about what this channel is all about. My name is Traon, and I will be your host. The channel deals with real spiritual entities, which we try to analyze as much as possible with my help, so that you can get useful information about them. Of course, we would like to provide educational videos for you, and at the same time, we would like to discuss the ghost videos available on the internet. You may have already seen our short videos, which are just quick thought provokers and information crumbs. In our longer videos, in addition to sharing our own experiences, we try to explain certain phenomena through Nuke's top 5 channels collected videos. Let's get started. Are there ghosts and demons? It is essential to clarify what each person means by these terms. Due to our cultural, religious, and linguistic differences, there will be difficulties with this, but I can promise you that we will try to set up a dictionary little by little so that we and our viewers always speak the same language. The main question is there life beyond the physical? For us, the answer is clear. But since many people are skeptical, let's say if we can believe the experiences of others, it is quite clear. Most people are interested in ghosts because at the time, most people understand entities that have remained from people who have ever lived, which is still closer to us than other creatures. However, this is not that simple, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Over the past year, I have watched a lot of different ghost videos, and if you are curious whether such recordings are authentic, my answer is sometimes. The truth is that many people build understandable reasons for these recordings, and most of them are staged and unbelievable. The smaller part, however, can be authentic. An even smaller part can undoubtedly be authentic. It is very difficult to filter these out, and in many cases, it is easier for visual effects experts than for those who have knowledge of spiritual entities. One thing is for sure, that an entire industry has been built around this genre, which is increasingly drawing attention to it, and thus perhaps more similar false videos are born. However, since there are cases where we see a real or potentially real phenomenon, we must talk about this because there is quite a chaos on the topic, which is also reinforced by the non-common language among other things. For example, when someone in Western culture says jinn, Walt Disney is probably the first thing that comes to mind. But in Muslim territory, they mostly understand a demonic entity. And that's where the problems start, because it may seem fun to use a Ouija board, chase ghosts, wander in abandoned buildings, but it's not at all the same whether we meet an echo or a demon. That is why we consider it important to clarify concepts, even if other communities do not always understand them in the same way. Moreover, there are problems because even if we speak a language without sufficient experience, we still cannot know whether we have just angered the spirit of a deceased person or attracted the attention of an inhuman entity. And unfortunately, the same goes for video recordings. Using videos that can be considered real, it is rarely possible to determine whether we are dealing with an angry spirit or some other phenomenon, although there are some that can be clearly distinguished. The phenomena of echo or memory image are rarely confused with other ghostly activities, but you will see that there is crossover between the different types. A good example of this is Poltergeist. We also treat the Poltergeist as a separate category, but despite this, it is not a type of entity, but a type of phenomenon. So, when you hear the word Poltergeist from me, you can be sure that I'm thinking of an angry spirit, which was most likely once human, but can cause poltergeist phenomena a quiet, calm spirit if provoked. You move into the house he built with his own 2 hands for 40 years, disturb his grave, or can cause by a ghost that attacks everyone, or inhuman entities with different goals, but that's for another time. Thanks to movies, more and more information is spreading about various phenomena, which is partly useful because at least some phenomena reach a wide audience. But due to the necessity of cinematic effects, things are often very distorted, as the films about possession provide a great example. By the way, if you share the videos and we grow quickly, we may consider dealing with the truthfulness of individual films. There are many possibilities. It all depends on how interested people are. In summary, as we see more and more cameras everywhere, the likelihood of ghost sightings is increasing. I emphasize the likelihood, because at the same time, there are more and more attempts to mix cinematic and amateur videos elements to create one's own publicity. Just to please both sides, if you are a skeptic, the good news is that there are extremely few recordings in which doubts cannot be raised. And for believing types, yes, there are ghostly phenomena. However, don't forget that what I can see with the naked eye is influenced by lighting conditions, your current state, sensitivity, readiness, the strength, intention and energy of the phenomenon. Similarly, many factors affect what we can see in recording, which is why it often happens that what you see in person was not captured by the camera or vice versa. Something was captured on video, but you think there was nothing there. Of course, some videos take advantage of this, hoping that viewers will notice that something was there. It's a bit like being in a prison, where we know someone is innocent, but how will you find them? We try to provide guidance and at least a usable basic knowledge of the subject. If you made it this far, don't take the experience away from others. Share the video, watch our other videos, shorts, like the content if you enjoyed it, and definitely subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon so you will be notified of all new content on time. Make sure to pay attention to the description, as we will surely include useful information and links in them. Take care of yourself and keep your eyes open.